Hey everybody, my name is Mzalemo and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is Insightful Fridays, and on Insightful Fridays I've explained before that we're gonna have insightful conversations where we tackle things that affect us as AMA 2000. Remember, these are 2Ks and we're having these conversations. We are showing that it's normal to have these conversations. And I remember there was this one time when my peer was live on Instagram and she added me on her live, and I asked her, who are you? And she was like, girl, you're being serious. And that's when I realized there's something that we have to break here. Break the thoughts that when we are having insightful conversations, then we are becoming too serious. It's okay to be serious sometimes because it keeps us in line and in check with who we want to be and the dreams and the goals that we have. So today I am joined with my sibling, my sister, Abangile Mzelemo. Okay, she is the brave, the best, and we always consider her the influential person in the family because when Abo starts doing something, girl, you're gonna wish you were doing it too.
Yes.
All right. So Abo, introduce yourself.
Hey, beautiful people. As she already said, my name is Abangile Mzelemo, and I'm an influencer.
Yeah, a growing influencer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so today we are talking about mental health. We're going to be tackling depression and how we've dealt with depression. Please note, disclaimer, that we are talking about our experiences with depression, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So my first question is, sis, when did you realize you had depression?
I think early this year in April. Yeah, that's where I realized, no, as in I'm sick, I need help. Yes, I was suffering from depression, and trust me, and that's when I was so scared.
What was happening? What made you feel scared? What influenced you to be at that point?
My emotions. My emotions were working over time. I had regrets, about certain decisions I've made in life. Maybe if I didn't do this, maybe I wouldn't be in this. Just look at my friends, they are happier than me, whereas I'm stuck in this dark hole. It was so overwhelming. Trust me, man, that's why.
Okay, so what she outlined here is that she had overwhelming feelings. She was feeling many things, and there are certain regrets that she felt. So, would you say that your depression was connected to the things you wish you did?
Yes. 75% chances are my depression started when I didn't get the things I thought I would have got when they started, Jay, there are so many things, and also family issues.
Okay. So what you should know is that depression gets you wherever you are, even if you have.
It's real. Trust me.
That's true.
It's real.
It's true. That's very real.
Depression, anxiety, anger issues. Those three things are real. I've experienced it with my whole body and mind.
Okay.
Real.
So what I think that has influenced us is that as the Black Zulu culture, depression has been something that has been overlooked in the years, and I feel as if that now in this generation we're starting to realize depression is very, very true, and it's something that has to be taken seriously.
Very, very serious. It can even kill you.
And it has been said that depression is a silent killer. So since I've said that, have you had moments where you wanted to end it?
Yeah. I think June, July. Yeah, I hit those thoughts. Maybe if I could die, I would be free from all this burden. Why am I even here on earth? I don't belong here. The way I was so sad. Oh my God.
Okay. But you're in a better space now. So
yeah, I am. Honestly, I am. I feel a lot better.
So what would you say has kept you up until this moment? What kept you going on those darker days?
I believe in myself that one day I'll be better than this, and I don't know.
you're still tackling this. You're still tackling this because I feel like there's some other days where you just snap. And when you snap, I would see that, okay, she's not okay. And since we've been staying together, I think we've come to realize that it's very important to feel empathy for one another, to empathize with one another and understand that we're going through this phase and it's not going to be forever. I think if there's anything that we have come to realize is that nothing lasts forever.
Nothing. And I always tell myself that, so see, this is just a phase, not my whole childhood. You know?
Not in, yeah,
So
it's
not
just,
it's just a phase, not my whole chapter. So I'll just breathe and let everything be. You know.
yeah. So, if you were looking at yourself in January when you started having this, what would you tell that Abu?
To hang in there. You'll be fine. As I'm super fine now, not completely fine, but super fine. I'll just tell you, no, as in baby girl, hang in there, you'll be fine.
All right. So, I have also gone through depression of mine, and I think that I was a depressed child because I spent a lot of my life in my mind. I would think a lot, and as a result, I had a diary. I would write on my diary because I didn't feel like there was a space for me where I could like talk and express myself. You know, I've always had feelings of inadequacy, but now that I'm here, I'm dealing with them and I'm trying to be a better person. I think now that I'm here, there was this time when I had a baby. When I had a baby, I had a baby. Before I had a baby, I was depressed. When I was pregnant, I was depressed. And when I gave birth to my baby, I was also depressed. So it's going to be a story for another day that I tell. But what I want to outline here is that depression is not something that starts when you're old. Even as a child, you can be depressed, but it's that sometimes you do not realize it, and the people around you do not realize that you're depressed. You know, being a closed off child is one of the signs that your child may be depressed. And maybe when your child is being secretive and not telling you the thing,
if he or she is not transparent to you, the child is depressed.
so it's one of the things that I think parents should look at. And even when the child starts the phase of wanting to be in a relationship with others, and if that child does not come to you as a parent and talk to you about that, then that means that the child
Does not trust you.
it does not child. That's true.
Does not
So
trust you.
now that I'm there, do you feel as if growing up you had a space where you could say anything you wanted?
Yeah, I do. There will be a time where I would say everything I've been through, you know, just for the sake of healing, because I haven't healed from the things I've went through as a child and things I've went through as a teenager and the things I'm still going through them now. So I will say maybe one day I will tell my story.
Oh yeah. That's very very true. We don't want this to be emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want this to be emotional, but the truth is depression is really
real.
really true. There's a quote that you told me that Tando told you that kept you going. Can you say that quote?
Lord, grant me the serenity
Yes.
to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Abana ke ngibambe lapho ntamba soze uyidedele.
That's very true. That's very true. That's
Yeah.
very
So
true.
I've been living by that, like saying, God, if my time hasn't come, I'll wait for it. Lord, I'll wait. You know.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Yeah. And if there's anything I can say, Abo grew up a happy child. She was always happy. She was always gonna be the one to make the day better. And now I realize that was a way of her to cope with how things were at home, and how like she would generally try to make everybody happy. And I feel like that now you are showing it to us that you're not okay, that it's now a time that, you know, we be there for you. We be the power that you need for you to work, and we pray for each other. If there's something that we've started as the sisters, we have started praying for each other, praying with each other, and holding our hands till the light at the end of the tunnel. We go through it. Because it's true that we all go through darker days, but it's also true that within those darker days, we do need people to hold us.
Yeah, and there's always lights, man, at the end of the tunnel. So, things will always be okay, even if good.
Alright. So, we're going to talk about umjolo relationships. So, do you think or do you feel that umjolo has affected, has contributed to you having depression?
Nah, it's just that.
Are you sure though? Are you sure?
No. Umjolo did not contribute. It's just that I expected too much. You will say they will love me like I do. I'm such a loving person. I always catch. I always catch a shame. So I'll always hope. No man, this guy will love me as much. I love him, and probably.
But sometimes they don't, ne?
Probably they don't really.
They don't.
We always love the ones who does not love us. But
that's very true.
I can say 10%. Majority did contributed in my depression because I was so lonely. But lonely, I would want someone to hold me. Someone to make me feel loved. Someone to talk to, because I may have you as my sisters, but I need a
girl, I get you.
I get you. But I didn't get that. And to be honest, I was so lonely. But so sharp.
Okay, now that we are on the topic of umjolo, I feel like sometimes our father issues contribute to us wanting men to love us.
Yes, and we ended looking for love in the wrong places because we did not get the love we needed. They did not love us the way we wanted them to love us. But it didn't help.
You know what I have come to realize as a parent? I've been reading this book called 5 Love Languages, and the book says that everybody has a way that they want to be loved, and unless you know that way that a person wants to be loved, you will spend your whole life trying to express love to a person, and they just don't feel it.
Yes,
they
because
just don't feel it.
You are not loving them the way they want to be loved.
all right, so what would you say is your primary love language? So how do you know that a person loves you, and when do you feel most loved?
When you call me.
Yes.
Oftenly.
Yeah. What about presents? Because I've seen that you love presents. You love being gifted. Being taken on a shopping spree actually shows you that you want to be loved.
Take me out, baby. We must go and jive together.
Yeah.
People must know what's me now when I tell.
So you don't want to be hid.
I don't want to be hid as much as I will hide you.
Okay. Listen. Okay.
Not like hide you. Like, I will not tell my friends what we are doing. I will not show them that you are my boyfriend, but they will know what we are doing.
So when I
want to be private about my relationship.
Okay.
As much as I will be happier, but I want to be private. I don't want my friends to know my Muna. He's my Muna. I don't want them to know him.
Okay. So would you say that? So where did hiding your relationship from your friends come from? Would you say that it came from having friends in the past that wanted what you had or wanted your relationship? It came from that.
Yes, wanted what I had. They'll be jealous of me.
Yes, and
yes, I saw that if you are in a private relationship, people cannot ruin a private thing.
Yeah,
they cannot ruin things they don't know about. So stay private, darling.
So I want us now to get to do you think or do you feel that I have contributed to your depression somehow? Do not lie, tell the truth.
I won't lie, honestly. I won't lie. To be honest, you haven't, honestly.
Is that true? Because I feel like there were moments when we were young we would say hurtful things to each other, we beat each other up.
We were young though, but I miss our game. I miss our game, honestly.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say you contributed, you know. It's
Okay.
our parent that's made that. Because if they didn't like pick sides, do you remember that mom will always be on my side, dad will always be on your side, and I will always call you daddy's little princess. Do you remember that? I'll always call you.
I think one thing I did that I block memories that hurt me.
Do you remember when you picked yourself with a shoe nail?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that day?
Yes, I do. I do. It was I don't know what they call it.
Shoe nail.
Yeah.
And I didn't love the way my father jumped to help you. I was so jealous.
Yeah.
And I was like, daddy's little princess. You know, I didn't like how my dad used to love you. Because I did love him, honestly, you know that. I love him wholeheartedly. I always wanted him, you know, to shower me with love.
Because I remember that
daddy's
you loved
little
him.
daddy's little princess, you know.
And I remember that you used to try to like play with him, jerks, and like she would like shoo you off and like actually
and say all those mean things to me.
Yeah.
That really did hurt me, honestly.
And do you think that has contributed to your relationship issues as well? Do you think that in your relationships have you wanted boys to love you or give you the love that our father didn't give you?
Yes. Yeah. Mina, I'm such a hopeless romantic person. I believe in love. No matter how much they hurt me, I believe in love. I always say, I will love him even if he hurts me. It's okay. You know, and that is not right.
Yeah.
That is not right because I grew up seeing that if you love a person, he will not love you back until you learn to not love him the way you used to love him.
Yeah, that's true. Just you talking about this, man. It's giving me tears, but I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
So, Jane, yeah, and I've seen a lot of things happening in my life.
Yeah.
Why this boy has hurt my feelings because I loved him, you know. Why did he do that? Because I did everything in my power to prove that I love him. So why did he went on and hurt me, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's
and
very
be like,
true.
oh, he's doing the things my father did to me. So
yeah. Now that brings a whole new outlook on things. You know, I remember how I was in this relationship. In this relationship, I could see that the boy resembled the actions of my father so much, and he hurt me, and it got to me. You remember when I was young?
I do.
And I would break down sometimes because I'd be like, why did I allow myself to be in this situation?
Why did I even stoop so low?
Yes. You know, the one thing that I have come to realize is that nothing hurts more than betraying yourself. Because sometimes you get into a relationship
knowing very well that he will hurt me, but you continue with it. Mina, shame half of my relationships. I knew with the boy, this boy does not love me. This boy will hurt me, but
you betray yourself.
I betray myself and go and prove what's not.
So would you say that betraying yourself has had you depressed most of the time?
Nah. Honestly, it's just that
what do you do after you betray yourself?
I forget about it. I forgive myself.
You forgive yourself
I've learned to forgive myself. I forgive myself and move on.
You forgive yourself and move on.
Yes.
And in that moment of forgiving yourself, are there some words that you added to yourself and say maybe you say, hey, Abo, we did this, and I'm sorry that I betrayed you. You told me that I shouldn't do this. What do you say in those moments?
I'll be like, girl, you told me, but I still went on. I'll be fine. I'm a big girl.
There's something that you said in this morning, that the power that you have the most is moving on from a person. Would you say that has been your superpower in how you overcame all the hurts?
Yeah, that has been my superpower all my life. I move on. The way I'm such a hopeless romantic person, but once my heart is done with you, I go.
You move on
and never look back. And
you move on.
I make sure that I do not allow the same
thing to happen to you again. So, have you ever had self-confidence issues?
I did, but I've worked on that. I'm much better now.
So
I used to have such a low self-esteem. but I saw no man, the girl is becoming more and more moy.
Yes.
Why she shouldn't trust herself, you know?
Yeah, that's
Being
true.
beautiful really boosted my self-confidence. You know, I'm more confident than ever now.
So would you say that you were depressed at some point because you felt that you were not good enough?
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say that. Okay. That's nice. It's just that I have had periods in my life where I was depressed because I think I wasn't very confident by myself. And after having a baby, I was like, damn, girl, your body changed. Your body changed. And I was like, I didn't appreciate this body even before I was pregnant. How am I gonna appreciate it now because it has changed and I have a baby?
I do remember you told me that.
Yeah, so yeah.
Self-love, honey, is very, very important.
It's very important.
Love yourself before you love anyone else, because there's nobody in this world who will love you better than yourself.
Brandon Praise actually said, I think it was said by someone else, but I'm gonna quote him. He said, the longest relationship you will ever have is a relationship with yourself. And it's very important that you keep that relationship healthy. He also spoke about how you should appreciate the time that you spend with you. It shouldn't suffocate you to be alone.
Yes,
it shouldn't suffocate you.
Shame. Yeah, see, once my sister said to me, Abo, I think you should start. You know, I have this thing of not trusting my intuition.
Yes,
my intuition is always right, but
I
choose not to listen to it at all because I don't know why.
But you're still working on that.
I am still working on that.
Okay, tell me, what did Tando say?
She said, you should trust yourself because you and yourself spend the most time together.
That's true.
You don't have any. In the end, you only got yourself.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
In the end, you only got yourself. So you should trust yourself even more, even if you see what's but you should trust yourself. I've learned the hard way which you should trust yourself because
there's this movie I was watching, Into the Multiverse by Doctor Strange. I told you this before. And he said to the Caucasian girl who had the power to open portals, he said, the portals you've been opening have been leading you up to this moment.
I know. Didn't you watch that movie, Doctor Strange?
I know I didn't. I don't think you did. I watched it alone. I think you did. You did. And you said it was boring.
The universe.
Oh, you did. You did watch it.
I did watch it because the portal sounds so familiar.
Yeah, you did watch it, but I think you said it was boring. But he said
I did not finish it though.
Oh, you didn't.
I did start, but I did not finish.
He said that the portals you've been opening have been leading you up to this moment, and this. So how I related this to me was that whatever it is that you were doing up to this moment has been leading you up to this. So in closing, I would like to say that depression is very real. And I've been very lucky to have friends and family who supported me through that. So if you have someone who's going through it, please support them. The one thing that you do not want to feel when you're depressed is that you're alone and nobody in the world. Yes, and nobody in the world cares. So what would you tell a person who's depressed right now?
Just hang in there. You'll be fine. If you see what's here, the feeling is too much, go get help.
It's very important.
It's very, very important because depression is ezingafani and others our depression kuba okunye omunye kuba okunye. So omunye uyadinga ukuthi I need to be closer to my friends, omunye udinga esibhedlela noma clinic.
That's true.
So if uyazi ukuthi I'm suffering from depression, I don't have no one to talk to,
go to the clinic, and they do help. I am gonna put in the description below where you can get free counseling.
There's this number I have on my phone
where you can just vent. Yes, it's a hotline.
You call them toll free. You call them. Oh my God!
And you say everything that
they
you want
listen.
to do.
Trust me, they listen. They give you advice, and if they see it's too much,
they give you help and they give you referral to the hospital, right? Yes. So it's very, very important. I'm gonna put that in the description box below, and I'm gonna put in my email. And if you wanna have a chat and talk, like I'm here. So hallelujah. Hallelujah.